Hello and good day. This is Tony Sternod with Habanero Marketing. Hope you're all doing well. This is another edition of the Marketing Lunchbox, little 10-minute videos on how to market your business. This talk is going to be focused on restaurants. In front of you here you have a diagram that explains how customers search and to find restaurants, and how restaurants promote themselves to find customers. So and these arrows here are describing the information flow. So the yellow arrows would be searches, how people go about searching, and the red arrows would be how a business promotes themselves to find their customers. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about your potential customers. When you're trying to reach out to customers, you want to understand how they behave, who they are, and how they behave. In 2014, they're searching both offline and online, and doing a lot of online searching these days. And we'll kind of go over that in brief. But first, let's talk about your customers. Think about you want to get a handle on who they are, what sex they are, what age they are, what demographic economically they might be in, and that determines how they go about searching for restaurants. So you want to get a good handle on exactly who your potential customers are. Even if it's a broad group of people, you want to get that refined as possible in order to know where you want to market your business and where you want to focus your marketing dollars to get the best return. So let's talk a little bit about offline search. In the past, offline search is crucial, and it's still very important, obviously, today for restaurants. But in the past, it was the only way to market, and we had print ads, direct mail pieces, and take-home menus, and ads in local newspapers, and that kind of thing. We had radio and TV spots, which were very important for franchise or larger businesses, but radio spots, even for smaller businesses, in the old days were common. Word of mouth is still crucial and was essential. Just making sure that there was a buzz around town about your restaurant. Word of mouth is still very important, but it's done a lot online, of course, these days. But we'll talk about that in a second. Location and signage, crucial, of course, to restaurants. Still to this day, very, very important. These days, they're doing a lot of online searching. Customers or your potential customers, and how they're finding restaurants has truly changed dramatically over the last few years, and is changing still quite rapidly. And there's some really interesting changes to come about how this information is going to be delivered to your potential customers when they're searching and how they're searching. So we'll go over that in brief here. So they're searching on their cell phones. They're using their Apple and Android devices to search for restaurants, primarily through Google Maps. They are using Yelp and other services on their cell phones, but typically they're searching through some sort of search engine that sources through Google Maps. There are applications that are out there for choosing a restaurant, and those applications that are embedded in phones are sourcing Google Maps and other review services. We'll talk about the reviews in a second. They're also using their tablets and their PCs to their desktops to search for in Google and Bing primarily to search for restaurants in organic search. They're going to their social networks, whether it be Facebook, Twitter, Google+. There are several others that are important, including like Urban Spoon and other networking, restaurant-based networking applications and websites that they're using. YouTube isn't so important for finding restaurants for customers, but it is important for a restaurant to promote themselves in order to rank high on these searches in Google and Bing and Google Maps and such. Reviews are extremely important. Having a really tight reputation management strategy, building up your reviews on Yelp and Google specifically is just very important, and will be more and more important coming up in the future, because the way people are going to search for restaurants is going to change here dramatically. Right now they're comparing restaurants. They're finding a group of restaurants, and they're going to look for reviews, and they're looking to compare how many reviews, how many good reviews and bad reviews different restaurants have, and they're doing a lot of comparison shopping. Well, in the future, they're just going to ask their phone to recommend a restaurant, and they're going to get 3 choices. So if we're not in the top 3 choices, that won't end up getting to the customer. They'll usually choose one of those 3, and they'll have to ask for more information, and that's going to be delivered to them. So a lot of the comparison shopping will be done for customers coming up here really soon, and that is, it's really important to do your marketing correctly in order to be one of those 3 restaurants that is recommended to people when they're searching on their phones specifically. And mobile phones are just crucial these days. We're talking about 80% saturation. 80% of the people that are finding restaurants are using their telephone. So that's it's obviously crucial, and it's getting even more so coming up in the near future. So the long and short of it is that there's no comparison. Online marketing is just really crucial these days, and to make sure you have a decent online presence is a make or break kind of thing for restaurants, because the margin is so slim, and we all know about the success rate of restaurants, so it's really crucial to play this right. Alright, so let's talk a bit about your business. Now, businesses market themselves offline, and they market themselves online. So first, let's talk a little bit about your business. You want to think about what you do well as far as your promotional activities. Do you have a social network that you can tap into? Are you good at writing blog posts and content? Are you good at putting up videos about your food and your service in your restaurant? Are you good at promoting yourself online in different ways, or promoting yourself offline in different ways? You have to know your skill set, and also how much time you have. Are you busy with the restaurant, as most restaurant owners are? And do you need to look for other resources to help you market your business, which is more and more important these days. In the old days, you need a lawyer and an accountant. Now you need a lawyer, an accountant, and a marketing person, because marketing is changing so quickly, so rapidly. It's difficult to stay on top of it. So that's my best recommendation. So offline marketing, everybody's pretty familiar with. Kind of went over that. And that is the traditional way of marketing your restaurant. Still very important. Having social networks, in-person social networks, very important. Signage and location, crucial. And print advertising and radio and TV spots are kind of taking a back seat to online marketing. And this is a diagram of how to market your business in 2014 online. It's a combination of website, social media marketing, and content marketing, and we'll kind of go over those in brief. These circles here represent separate systems. There's website is separate from social, content is separate from social, content is separate from website, but they're integrated, and these green areas here show those integrations. And when you're able to have a very good play in all these 3 areas and have them integrated together, you end up getting a very sweet spot in the Google Happy Zone, and that gets you ranked highly on Google Maps and organic searches on Google and Bing particularly. So let's talk a little bit about your website. So in general here, we're not going to go over every detail, but in general, you want to optimize your website for the keywords that you're interested in. The keywords you're interested in are the keywords that your customers are searching for that end up in a choice of a restaurant, and it's you can discover that rather easily. Google, Bing, and YouTube will give you the search terms that people search for that end up in a purchase, or end up in someone walking into your restaurant. So it's a very effective way of understanding how people search. You want to do a lot of local optimization. It's very important for restaurants. Local optimization, specifically ranking on Google Maps, is crucial. And making sure that your website is locally optimized is a very good way to rank high for localization. And mobily optimized. You want to show up correctly on mobile devices. We're talking tablets of different sizes, cell phones of different sizes. and different operating systems, Apple and Android, etc. So that's in essence how you want to set up your website. Let's talk a little bit about content marketing. So content marketing is the following. It's keywords on your website, making sure that those keywords that your customers are searching for are included in your website in an appropriate way so that they show up on this, help you rank on your search engine. Videos out there on YouTube and Vimeo and other sources for videos, and that will help you rank. Not just people watching those videos, but just the information within the videos will help you rank on Google and Bing searches, Google Maps as well. So blog posts, having the content out there, interesting blog posts about your restaurant is another excellent way to rank high on search engines. Microblog posts, we're talking about Twitter or little, short blasts of information out there. And it's also a social networking tool. But in this context, with content, you can include your keywords in your microblog posts, and that will help you. Social bookmarking is crucial. Foursquare and other location-based social bookmarking is crucial for restaurants these days. You want to make sure that your content is within those social networking posts that you have up on those location-based social networks. Pictures, there's a way of embedding information into your pictures that you have up online that will also help you rank. Google and Yelp reviews and other review services are extremely important for restaurants. Reputation management is crucial, something definitely worth having a very tight strategy around. Ebooks and PDFs and infographics and things, not so important for restaurants, but still useful if you've taken care of everything else. Okay, let's take a look a little bit about social marketing. So everybody's pretty familiar with Facebook and Twitter, Google+. Of course, very important to build up your social networks, but how you use your social networks is really important, and how you integrate them together is also very important. How you distribute content, within your network and around your social network. YouTube, Instagram, Pinterest, these are all very effective ways of social networking for restaurants. Beautiful pictures of your food work really well on these services, and YouTube is definitely a way to market your business that shouldn't be ignored these days, becoming more used for things like restaurants. Where in the past it wasn't so much, but now, yeah. LinkedIn, not a big deal. Tumblr and Reddit, not a big deal. But Foursquare and location-based social networks are crucial for restaurants. You want to have a good play there. So let's talk a little bit about the integration. So the integration of these we won't go into in detail, but in general, you have this green areas. Green areas here are the integration of these systems. These systems are separate, and you need to integrate them in order to have the best effect. So in other words, you have your social marketing links on your website. You have your links to your website in your social media posts. You have your content including links to your social media, and you have your content delivered or posted on your social media, right? This is here. So website and content. You want to have your content displayed on your website, also separate from your website, but displayed within your website. And then you want to link your website within your content that you have out there. And this will get you into Google Happy Zone. So Google Happy Zone is also Bing Happy Zone and others. So it will get you ranked on Google Maps and organic searches for restaurants in general. So that, in a nutshell, is the story. And it is not as complicated as it seems. It becomes a way of doing business just like normal. So this has been Tony Sternod with Habanero Marketing. This is the Marketing Lunchbox. You can reach me at habaneromarketing@gmail.com and at 510-545-2054. Hope you're all having a great day, and we'll talk to you soon. Best of luck.